So if you were allowed a face-to-face, in-person meeting with God, what do you imagine that to be like? Would it feel like meeting a loving family member? Would it feel like being called to the principal's office? Would it feel like a family intervention? Would it feel like a worship service? Now, all those things we may imagine or may not, but we also understand that our imagination will really fall very short of the reality. But there is one biblical account that we want to look at that is an extended time that God's people spent in the presence of God, and that was at the foot of Mount Sinai. This series that we're introducing today is entitled Come Meet God. This meeting at Mount Sinai goes from chapters 19 through 40 of the book of Exodus. So we're just going to look at some of the highlights. But in those highlights, we're going to learn something about the awesomeness and the uniqueness and the power and the majesty and the might of Almighty God as they are there at the foot of that mountain and God comes down on that mountain to deliver the covenant and deliver the law to Moses and then to all the people. And it also is going to teach us about our relationship with Him. They relate to Him in a new way because of this encounter and what all He says to them. And we need to relate to Him in a similar fashion today. So come along on this journey as we go back to the foot of Mount Sinai, we study the Scriptures, and we learn what it's really like to have a meeting with God.